Hello there, my name is Ian and I'm going to show you how to reset your PlayStation's display output settings. This can be quite a problem because sometimes you can have your PlayStation set in high definition mode and you can't scroll through the menus on your normal television to change it so you can view it on your television then, if that makes sense. So what you'll need to reset your display settings to standard definition, i.e. the AV output, is you'll need your PlayStation, power cable, plugged in preferably into a plug and switched on. You'll also need your AV display cable, which looks like this. One end has these three little connectors, the other end has a little input for the PlayStation, like so. There we are. What you might also need is your controller and the charging cable, which looks like this, has these two ends on it. There we are, I hope that helps. Like so. Right. What you need to do then is you need to plug the power cable into your PlayStation. So here's the power cable. I'm going to put it in the back here. Like so. Let's push it in. There we are, so the power cable is in correctly. Then, put it in yet? Oh yeah, it was. There we are, so the power cable is in, and then you need to flick the switch at the back to the dash side, which will then put the PlayStation into standby mode where there's just a red light, like so. There you can see my camera in there. Woo, hello. But anyway, so it's got a normal red light. Then what you need is you want your AV cable, this cable here. You want to plug the AV side, this black one, into the back of the PlayStation here. Like so. So that's plugged in. Then you want to put these three cables. Now what mostly you'll need actually is you'll need a little AV to SCART converter. Now that is a little small box about this big where you can plug these. It's like a little tiny box separate of the PlayStation and the TV, where you need to plug these three little connectors into that box and then plug that box into the SCART input in your TV, because most of you will need this little AV to SCART converter. You can get them for about £1, free postage and packaging on eBay. They're not that expensive, quite easy to make. Well, not by you, but by factories. So what you'll need to do then is you need to plug your AV cable into there. My TV has a built-in AV to SCART converter, lucky me, eh? So hang on, I'll just put the camera down while I plug that in. I'm just plugging it into the back of the TV now. There we are. Right, so the display cable is correctly plugged into the back of my TV. Yours needs to be correctly plugged into the back of your TV as well, whether you need a SCART converter or not. Right, so now we've got everything plugged in hunky-dory. Our PlayStation is still in standby mode. Now if I press this this button here, in case some of you might not know, it's touch sensitive on the front here. If I press this button once and take my finger off it, the PlayStation will go into, or it'll turn itself on from standby mode, like so. And you'll hear a bleep. But we don't want that, so I'm going to switch that off. Put it back on, so it's now back into standby mode. What we want to do to reset the display settings is we want to press and hold this touch sensitive button until you hear a second bleep. You'll hear the first bleep as soon as your finger touches it. The second bleep will arise after about 5 seconds of holding your finger on the button, like so. So you want to press and hold your finger on the touch sensor there. So I'm going to press and hold it now. That's the first bleep. The second bleep will come now. There we are. Now I can take my finger off. Lovely. Now standard definition will come up on my TV. Give it a little while and there we are. The PlayStation has switched from HD to normal standard definition on the TV over there. It's perfect. Right, now, what you might have to do as well, depending on what model PlayStation you have, is you want to get your charging cable, which looks like this, plug the USB part into a USB port at the front, like so. At the other end, stick it into the back of the controller, here, like so. You'll see it charges. What you want to do is you want to press the PS button, which is this one here, once, which will then connect, and she'll connect your controller to the PlayStation then. So once that's done, you can then remove the cable and it will connect wirelessly then, Bluetooth wireless, and then from then on you can use your PlayStation as normal, like so. Yeah, and you can scroll through all your videos, music, games, whatever, etc, etc. Anyway, I hope I've helped. What I'll do is I'll just go through again how to get the second bleep, because that's the most important part. So I'll switch it off and back on again. Right, the PlayStation is now in standby mode. I'm going to press and hold the button down for at least 5 seconds. That was the first bleep. That's the second bleep. And the display settings will reset. Standard definition television will come up on the top, and eventually the PlayStation screen will appear. Right, I hope this helps. Thank you, goodbye.